Shogun is one of the most ruthless characters in Shadow Fight Arena, and here is why. In the first chapter of the story, Ironclad taunts Shogun. Shogun threatens to cut out his tongue. We got to know that the dog remembers that his own tongue got torn out. Shogun defeats Ironclad, who begs for mercy. Ironclad then tricks Shogun by pointing to a fake portal behind him. In the confusion, Ironclad escapes into the woods. In the second chapter, Shogun confronts Sarge, the last legionnaire guarding the abandoned capital, who refuses to reveal any secrets even as the death approaches. Shogun tortures him for hours, but Sarge never breaks and dies in silence. Furious, Shogun mocks Doc for not being as tough as Sarge was. He then realizes the legion is now weaker than ever. Shogun declares this is the first step towards building his own Shadow Shogunate. In the third chapter, Shogun confronts Helga, a holy warrior who senses that his captive, Dog, still has some light left in him. Shogun dismisses her warning and defeats her in the battle, causing her to vanish in a burst of light. Freed from her influence, Dog suddenly remembers he was once the prince of Ivory City, before Shogun broke him. Shogun mocks him for it and threatens to erase these memories all over again, just like before. Dog breaks down in tears, but is forced to limp along behind his master anyway. In the fourth chapter, after Shogun defeats Jack, Shadowman appears and warns him not to get overconfident, mocking his ambitions as trivial. Shogun angrily insists that he is not afraid of him, but the conversation turns out to be only a dream. Shaken by this rare vision, Shogun wakes up and kicks Dog, who was sobbing in his sleep nearby. A new, more ambitious plan begins forming in Shogun's mind. In the fifth chapter, Shogun defeats the king of the legion, an ancient ruler who warns that Shogun's madness has gone too far. Shogun vows to destroy the legion and every other faction, planning to build his Shadow Shogunate from their ashes. The king reminds him that only the being called as Shadow Mind holds power on that scale. Shogun brushes off the warning, insisting he is being underestimated just like everyone else has always done. As Shogun leaves, the king feels something he hasn't felt in centuries: real fear. Comment on if you need more detailed version, since there are a lot more things that I can cover.